Hey, welcome back to the HOC, Hooked on Christmas. I'm Eric, and today we're building another feature for this year's light show. And this feature is going to be called our Christmas Lighted Wreath. I got the idea for this thumbing through the website Christmas Designers. If you have not went out there, there's a website called Christmas Designers. It's where I originally found the Twinkly lights that I bought for the RGB, and they have a lot of large Christmas effects that you can put out in your yard, and I think mostly they're commercial for like cities and counties and things like that, because these are large pieces. One piece caught my eye, and it was a 4-foot tall, 3-dimensional lighted ornament that literally sat on the ground, was 4 foot tall. And I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. I like that. And then I looked at the price. $900. Now, so I then started thinking about it. I said, well, I really don't want an ornament, but what I would like to have is kind of like a wreath or something. And then I got to thinking, well, wait a minute. If you get 4 to 3-dimensional, that means it's a square and everything. It's going to be more storage space. But I can make it 2-dimensional, meaning that it's on a flat surface like this. And then I can use rope light, right? And then I can do dual layers just like that. And then instead of having a little ornament thing on the top, I'm going to put a set of Christmas bells in the middle. So that's what we're doing. We're doing our Christmas bell wreath. That will be a new feature out in the yard. That's the Christmas bell wreath. Hey, so what does that entail? Well, it basically it's going to, I went to Home Depot and got a piece of OSB, you can use plyboard, and had them cut it in half, so 4 foot. And then I took a string, measured out to the end, connected a rope on it, connected to the center point, drew the circle. Then I moved it in a foot and drew the circle, and then used my jigsaw, cut it out. And because it's OSB and because it's going outside for a period of time, we gave it a nice coating of black paint. You can use red, you can make it white, whatever color you wanted, but I wanted to use the white paint because of the white lights and the red lights we're going to put on here. It's going to give a good contrast, I believe. And if not, we'll take it apart, we'll paint it another color. But so that's today's project. So what are the materials? Again, you're going to use a piece of OSB or a piece of plyboard, and you're going to use a 4-foot section, 4x4 of it. Cut your circles using a jigsaw. Then you're going to need approximately 25 feet of a rope light. This is cool white rope light that we're going to use. And then we're going to use approximately, I got about 150 of these rope light connectors here. And we're going to install them, as you can see here, all the way around the outside and all the way around the inner perimeter. And then we're going to run this rope light through all these clips. And then underneath, back up through this hole, and we're going to run it around there. And that's going to give us our lighted wreath. Then we're going to take this 100 red lights, so we're introducing a little more red into the show this year. Gradually putting other colors in. And we're going to stagger that. So it looks like, if you've seen a ribbon going around a wreath that you had. So we're going to stagger that along all the way around this in a staggered pattern, ziggy-zag, however, to get it all the way around so it looks like that contrasted red inside the wreath. And once we get that established, this is going to be put down with a staple gun and some good staples. You could glue it with some hot glue, however, it slows the process down, because you got to put glue and you got to hold it there until it sets before you can go to the next piece. It works, but it's a little time consuming. I'm going to use my staple gun and be done with it. Then what we're going to do is we're going to put in our bells. Now, when you buy these bells from Home Depot or Walmart or wherever you get them from, they always come with incandescent lights, unless you're buying them for, I don't know, a more expensive one, which is called $18. This was only $5 at Walmart, and but it always comes with incandescent lights. I do not have any incandescent lights in my light show, so the one way to do that is to go and get your own LED lights, $4, and then take all these off and then replace those lights with the LED lights. Now, I know what you're going to say, well, this is all cool white. How are we going to get these lights up here to be red? And that's when the red transparent tape comes in handy. And we're going to use red transparent tape. And what we're going to do is when we get the bulbs in place up here, we're going to wrap each bulb in the red transparent tape. Hey, note that when you're talking LED, it's just generally a bulb inside and light, and then you generally have a tint. So like these red lights, it's just the bulb is tinted red, the lights inside really is white, but when it shines through a red tinted tint, you get red. So hence, same with the tape. I've done this trick with my lights that are in the window, my candles that are supposed to be glowing orange like it's on fire, and all that is orange transparent tape. Same on those. So that works like a charm. It works like a charm. It holds up, and again, you don't need much to cover these little bugs, so you always have extra in case one slips off or something happens because due to weather. So we're about to create a whole new feature for the yard. So y'all ready for this journey? Let's get it. Now we're spacing these clips out about 3 inches per clip. I have 140 of them, so I should have enough to do the outer perimeter and the inner perimeter of this board without a problem. And this is the real tedious part of this project. But now all these little screws in. Not gonna bore you, but I just wanted to see part of the process. Okay, now that I've got that ran, and you can see how nice and even and pretty that is. All the clips keeps it nice and round. But I think I chose a little bit too long of a cable. This was a 25 footer, and I probably could have got away with a 20 footer, and it would have been just right. But we will figure out what to do with this. We actually may make this into kind of a tail coming down from the bottom of it. You know, like a little spiral tail coming down from the bottom. We just tie wrap together, tie wrap it on, and that way when it lights up, it's like a little tail falling out from the unit itself. So that's good. But now we got all that nice and laid out. Now it's time to lay out the red in a random pattern around the entire wreath here. So that's coming out real nice. So far, so good. So I can't wait to see this lighted. So let's continue this journey. All right, now that is coming out beautiful. This is going to show up beautiful at night in our Christmas light display. As you can see, I have the red running throughout the ornament here, and or I should say Christmas wreath, in a staggered pattern. And I decided not to use staples, but decided to go ahead and use tie wraps to tie wrap them right to the rope lights all the way around, and that worked out perfect. I also, which you can't see, is I had excess red and excess rope light, so I made it a little wreath thing coming down, not wreath thing, but like a ribbon coming down from it, and a loop pattern, and I interspersed the last of the red throughout the loop pattern, which I think is going to look real nice hanging from this ornament. So now, what we got to do now, we need to go ahead and fix the bells and get the bell rewired and then hung in the middle of this, and then this ornament's going to be good to go. So, stay tuned. All right, now, we're going to work on the bell, and this is just going to be a simple process of disconnecting all the wires, the existing wire that came with the bell, which you can see is kind of custom made for the bell. So this is the custom made wire. We're just going to pluck all this off. You can probably see I was going to have a problem with this one anyway, because I already had a bug with it. And voila. Now the process for this is just simple, and I'm going to start it and we'll skip ahead a little bit. We're just going to go through and put on this cable. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start from the female end here on the plug and work our way all the way around to here, because generally, because this is 50 and this is generally like 40 something, that's going to be extra lights left over, and then extra lights left over, and so what we're going to have to do is fold those lights back into the bell a little bit, so that only the plug-in is showing. So let's get to it. All right, now that we got to the red part of the bell here, which is the ribbon that's at the top of the bells, now it's time to use our transparent tape. Now this is tape, has a white backing on it. We're just going to peel that backing off, and then we're just going to simply, this is what I'm going to use. We're just going to simply wrap the tape around the bulb. Now again, these are LED bulbs, and it pinch the top here. And being that they're LED bulbs, it'll shine red through it. And I'm going to do a quick demonstration. Hopefully you can see it on the camera. We're going to plug up this light strand. And does that look red to you? There you go. So now you can rewire any of these little figures that you buy at Walmart for $5 or Ace Hardware that have incandescent bulbs in it. Just get you a strand of 50 LED lights. Pull the strand off, put the new strand on, and then whatever color it is, if it's orange or green or blue, then you just simply put some transparent tape over the bulb itself, and you have a red bulb. As simple as that. So, let's continue. Right, now that we got the bell done, and we just use, and when you do this, you're probably going to use tie wraps or tape, or maybe even a little hot glue, because the wiring is not actually made to go with these, so you kind of make them stay in place. So again, maybe some tape, hot glue, or I use tie wraps to hold everything in place. And so as you can see, every bulb that's in the red section has now the red transparent tape. So now what we want to do is I want to have this suspended in the middle of this ornament, in the middle of this wreath here, because I'm calling it a lighted wreath, my bell wreath. And so now I've got it kind of to the center, and I'm going to use tie wraps, being I don't have a longer tie wrap. But we're going to just quite simply slide this under. If I can grab it. Place this here. Has to move something, gotta move something. And we're just gonna slide it on till we hear it click the first time. Right there. And the reason we did that is so we can make sure that we have room for adjustments. Do this side the same way. Actually, I'm going to do it here. Again, we're just going to do it till we hear the first click. Right there. And we're going to look, see if it bounced. And actually, we'll tighten up on this side. And boom, we got it perfectly centered. So now we're going to make an anchor here, an anchor here, and then this wreath is going to be completed. All right, now let's see how this looks. This completed project looks here. Is this another great creation from the HOC? Let's check it out. Let's turn on our outer perimeter. Bam. And now, let's turn on the accents. Boom. Now, I don't know about you. That is absolutely awesome. It was a great concept from Christmas designers, because again, this is where I got the idea from the website Christmas Designers. And just simply using 25 foot of rope light, 100 red lights, so 33 foot long red lights, all LED, and 50 white LEDs wrapped with that red transparent tape, and as you can see, it's red all day long, which means that that's going to look great at night out there. And then just a simple OSB board painted in black, and that is absolutely awesome. Now, I would lift it up, it's a little heavy, but I hope you can see how exquisite it looks. And in fact, you know, I'm gonna just raise it up so you can actually see it. So hold on just 1 second. Now see how that bell hangs right there in the middle. That is gonna look great in our Christmas display this year. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope it inspires you to make your own Christmas displays out in your yard. This is, again, very simple. A piece of OSB, use a jigsaw, drill to get the holes in place, some 25 foot of rope light, 100 red LED lights, 50 white LED lights, a little red transparent tape, and you have our Christmas bell wreath. So this is going to look great in our display. And again, if you like this video, please hit that like button. Provide any comments back that you will see and that you may have. What I could have done better, what you'd like to see next. And hit that subscribe button as we are growing channel. So I'd like to thank you all, and hey, it's almost Christmas time. Let's do it.